Welcome back, it's Magic Dad with another episode of League of Patriots. And we need to go to the hospital to get our release form. No, not Tree. Not Mel. To the map. Okay then. Don't know what that was about, but... Examine the curtain.
There's a curtain pulled all around this bed. The patient must have a communicable disease.
Either that or the art budget wouldn't stretch to another character.
Probably the second. Let's talk to Nurse Julie. Or let's see what he has to say.
Hey look, it's that woman that repeatedly tried to kill you.
You're going to have to be more specific than that, my friend.
Not one of your psychotic exes, the nurse from the theatre.
Examine the basin.
My mild OCD would prevent me from using this sink.
I can't imagine why.
When I think of all the things that the hands which used this sink were doing or touching immediately before they touched this sink, I can feel myself reaching for a wipe.
Yeah. Let's examine the box.
What's in these things?
A low concentration solution of salt in water.
Hey, we can make saltwater taffy.
No mate, there's no salt water in taffy.
There must be. They call it saltwater taffy.
They call it I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, but there's no celebrities in it.
Can't argue with that.
Good point. Let's talk to the nurse.
Good day, Nurse Julie.
What are you doing out of bed?
Those paralytics you gave him wore off.
I can assure you that none of our patients are given unnecessary drugs.
Yeah, I assure you.
Yeah.
Furthermore, all of our patients are free to come and go as they please.
What's behind the curtain?
Is there a patient behind the curtain?
That's Mr. Zimmerman. He's got an ingrown toenail.
That's not very serious, and it's certainly not contagious. Why does he need the curtain?
Shh! He's very short-sighted, and he's paying for a private room.
Gotcha. Can I get an endorsement?
Nurse, you saw me in action as a superhero during my audition. Would you give me an endorsement for my superhero license?
I'm sorry, but that wouldn't be ethical.
Because you worked for the studio, you mean? Or because I'm your patient?
Or because he's been a bit of an arse ever since he got wanged on the head?
No, I mean, you didn't actually use your powers to help me. In fact, I used my powers to help you.
Wait, what?
So, if I did use my powers to help you somehow, you would give me an endorsement for my license?
Sure, I guess.
What's with all the drip bags?
What's with all these drip bags? You've only got one patient.
I fail to see how it's any of your concern. But the patient behind the curtain has a pituitary gland disorder, which is causing the most severe hyperhidrosis I've ever seen.
You speak nerd, old chum. What's the mistress of morbidity here banging on about now?
Awesome nickname.
In terms you can understand. She's got Sweaty McPhee behind that curtain, and he's going through saline solution faster than you go through hemorrhoid cream.
Okay. Do you need a superhero?
I was just wondering if you needed a superhero for anything.
What would I need a superhero for?
Has a malevolent Norse god set up shop in the pharmacy?
I don't think so.
Perhaps an exiled cosmic entity is causing havoc in ear, nose, and throat?
No one's mentioned it.
That's usually what
I
causes my
see.
ear, nose, throat problems.
You can help me empty the bedpans if you like.
Ha! Good luck with that. I'm lucky if I can get him to flush his own waste.
Okay, I'd like to leave.
I'm feeling much better, nurse. I'd like to discharge myself.
I'll fetch your bedpan.
I'm sorry, but you're not permitted to leave.
What happened to all of our patients are free to come and go as they please?
Yes.
We can't stop you from leaving, but we can refuse to sign your discharge papers if we believe you're not sufficiently recovered to leave our care.
Is there any practical difference between discharged and wandering freely without permission?
Of course. If you're not officially discharged, we can still claim from your insurance company.
Right. Follow the money, Melvin. Always the money.
I
Oh, don't
Okay.
worry. I'm billing you per identity.
Oh, wow. Let's speak to Melvin, because we need to figure this out. What should I be doing?
What's my most pressing objective just now, do you think?
At the risk of sounding
Yeah,
What?
I know.
money.
Okay,
Yes, money does seem to be...
come on.
Fun.
About this
We
plan.
should really start...
No.
Fine by...
I need an endorsement.
There must be a way for me...
Well, I do have an idea. It's a bit radical, so stop me if I go too far.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, you could, help someone.
That's just the kind of radical thinking I need from my boy one... assistant.
Careful. Now all you need to do is find a damsel in distress.
What about Lieutenant Griffith? An NYPD officer would make a great endorsement. Plus, she's a certified hottie, and I might get lucky.
Wow.
Only two problems that I can see.
Yikes.
Firstly, it would be a conflict of interest for her to endorse you, and I don't know anyone who takes her job as seriously as our Samantha. Secondly, there isn't enough luck in the world to get you into Sam's pants.
You're right. It's a bad idea to mix business and pleasure. I'll have to find another damsel to save.
Okay. Let's take some of them.
I have no...
I'm sick of this. Why should you be unable or unwilling to take something just because it's not yours and you don't have a need for it? When did kleptomania become taboo?
Exactly.
You know?
Kleptomania is always
You're
fun.
right. The hell with rules. I'm taking it anyway.
Attaboy. That's the kind of selfish, unreasoned, unilateral thinking which made this country great.
Use the curtain.
I just get the feeling that
I'm with you on this one. It could be a real Wizard of Oz moment.
I don't really need a curtain.
That's true. You're already wearing a pair.
Use the sink.
I don't need to...
If I had $1 for every time I've heard you say that,
You'd be rich. Oh, hold on. Yeah, let's try this.
Hi. Of course it's true.
Let's try this.
it's still full of saline solution, mate.
Oh, I know what to do. Boop. Empty the saline solution out.
It seems a shame to waste the contents of this bag.
What would you suggest? Take it home and keep hot dog sausages in it?
Maybe cook the hot dog sausages in it. Now let's try this.
1 grape soda drip, come.
Okay, let's see if we can freak her out with this.
Are you?
No, I'm just ordering more sedatives and antidepressants. We get through such a lot.
Gee, I wonder why that is.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
I'll just put this back here with the others, and Nurse Julie will never notice the difference.
Yeah, so long as she's colourblind or currently having a stroke.
Sounds like a plan. This is not going to work well.
Well, what do you know? She did take the purple one.
You see? I'm not as stupid as I look.
It would hard to be.
You couldn't possibly be. No one could possibly be.
What do you think will happen?
Who knows? Medical students spend years studying the effects of intravenous beer and whiskey, but I don't think anyone has studied the effects of intravenous grape soda.
I think we should probably get out of here before Nurse Julie comes back out again.
Some bloody superhero you are, running away from a potentially annoyed goth nurse.
Well, are you hanging around?
Fuck no.
Okay, now what do I do? Ugh. What all do I have on me? Trying to figure out a new strategy. Application form, driver's license, empty bottle.
It's where I keep my knickknacks.
And your patty wax?
I always assumed you wore boxers.
Will you give a dog a bone?
It-
Oh. Hey, no.
I found these while rummaging through some of the dusty boxes in the back room at Crazy Cole's comic book store. It's about an 18th century aristocrat who moonlights as an avenging superhero, stalking the mean streets of Swindon.
You paid $10 an issue for these?
Actually, no. By an extraordinary stroke of luck, they were accidentally misfiled in the Any 50 Issues for 10 cents box.
Nice.
Not a chance.
What's in them again? I can't remember.
I prefer... It's where I keep all my...
None of your clothes need...
That's why the closet is virtual.
Okay. What will happen if we go back to the hospital? Can we go back to the hospital? That's... Oh, no, to the map. We can.
Which one of you contaminated my saline drip?
Contaminate is such a judgmental word. Can't we just say poisoned?
Miss, it was just youthful hijinks. Harmless fun from a couple of college students.
Yeah, we're huge Minnesota Vikings fans. We wanted to make your patient's face purple so he'd look like a fan too.
What a crock.
Oh, God. You're right. It's pointless lying. There are no Minnesota Vikings fans.
Thanks to you, little jerks. My patient is currently recovering from severe diabetic shock.
Cool.
Nurse,
That would
be
suck.
fair. We couldn't possibly have known your patient was diabetic.
He wasn't. After your little prank, he had a blood sugar level of 19. That's 1 point short of what we call the Gingrich factor.
Okay.
You are officially discharged from this hospital. Here are your papers.
Sweet.
Aren't you concerned about the loss of my insurance money anymore?
Not really. Our lawyers will be suing your insurance company for the expensive diabetes treatments we'll be giving to the patient you just diabetized.
Can I get this?
Nurse, you...
After that stunt you pulled with the grape soda. Not a chance.
Wow.
I don't find myself sticking up for the big fella much these days, but you were holding him hostage for his insurance at the time.
I don't think that's particularly relevant.
Plus, according to your diagnosis, he's suffering from a crippling psychological disorder.
Yes, I take your point. I suppose I could demonstrate more compassion for his predicament. Very well. If he does something heroic, I will lend my support to his cause.
Well, actually, nurse, while I was here earlier, I had cause to...
If this is about that heroic bowel movement again, mate, can we change the subject?
Really? I mean, logically speaking, it's unlikely anyone has managed to flush it yet, but...
Oh,
Really,
no.
mate, let it go. Let's see if we can find something classier than your colon to make you a role model for young men.
Yeah. How's that patient we poisoned?
How's that patient we poisoned? Is he improving?
He's in a state of severe shock.
Oh yeah? Why? Did you just show him the bill?
Diabetic shock, you numbskull. His blood sugar level's 19.
What's your blood sugar level again?
23.
Rumour has it that Hershey's wants to drain his blood and fill chocolate cups with it.
Wow. Well, let's go get our money. Let's head on in. This is going to make, what's her name so happy. I can't remember the name of the receptionist.
Please, ma'am, tell me what I did to offend you. Maybe I can put things right.
Okay, let's see what was why she's
Tell you
angry.
what you did?
Consuela,
You haven't
that's it.
forgotten what you did to me at the auditions already.
I told you she was the receptionist at the auditions.
Yeah, points to you, mate. I didn't recognise her with her skirt down.
You flooded the toilets and left me to clean up after you. You gave that sleazy slimeball Kirk my telephone number. He thinks I'm crazy about him. You got me demoted to this dead-end job when Stefan found out that I helped you blackmail him. You got my audition for America's Next Singing Sensation cancelled when you blew my skirt up and made me flash my chihuahua in front of all the cameras.
Well, that's
We
another
couldn't
name for
possibly have known you were going to remove your underwear to cool down.
Of course you could have known. You were the bandidos who broke the thermostat to make the theater so unbearably hot.
it. Okay, well, I have my discharge papers.
I'd like my check now, please. I have my discharge papers from Lakeview Hospital right here.
Okay, these appear to be in order.
Awesome! Then we'll just be...
However, I need your passport to verify you are who you claim to be.
But you were at the theater. You know it's me.
I don't recognize you.
You said you were going to make my life hell.
To be fair, it's not unheard of for complete strangers to tell you that.
Ooh.
You could be anyone coming in here off this street. I see 10 guys a day dressed like you.
Really? He looks like a keep fit pimp.
Well, fine then.
Let me put this in terms even you could understand. No passport, no check.
All right, ma'am. There's no need to be condescending.
It's hard not to be condescending when you're talking to an idiot.
Well, yeah, he is an idiot. I have to agree
Aha!
with
You do remember him.
that. I have my passport.
Okay, lady, I brought my passport. Now may I have my check?
This looks nothing like you.
Well, that's a blessing at least.
I can't take this as identity verification.
Of course it doesn't look anything like me. I'm in my alter ego mode in that photo. I can't very well have another passport with me wearing my costume, can I?
Hardly. You'd never get that bloody hat in the photo booth.
You'll have to come back looking like your alter ego if you want this check.
Hey, cut me some slack here, will ya? I can't just start getting undressed on the street, can I?
Not unless we make absolutely sure there's no cops around this time.
This time?
Fine, I will accept a fresh photograph of you as your alter ego.
That's all for now, miss.
So, we have to figure out how to get a fresh photograph of my alter ego. So, that will be it for this episode. We will see you next time when we play some more League of Patriots. Bye for now.